Welcome back. Now, Miss Namibia, Johanna Swartbooi, returned home following her participation in the 74th Miss Universe Pageant Finale held on 21 November 2025 in Thailand. Swartbooi did not advance to the top 30, exiting the competition after the preliminary round. Despite not progressing in the main competition, Swartbooi secured a major victory after being crowned Queen Universe 2025, an award based on the highest fan votes. Miss Namibia herself now joins us to recap her journey in Thailand. A very good morning and a warm welcome to you, to our Queen.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome back home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be home.
Yes, home is
Absolutely.
very happy to have you.
Oh.
Yeah. What stood out for you in Thailand?
There are two moments. The very first one was when my roommate walked in, or ran in, I should say. So I arrived a day before her.
Yeah.
And as soon as she found out that her roommate is Namibia, she was excited because she has Namibian friends, and that said a lot.
Wow.
She came in and gave me the warmest hug, knowing that Namibia is a representation of people that are warm and that are chilled, in her words. She's like, she just wanted a chilled roommate.
Yes.
So that stood out.
Her prayers were answered.
Yes, her prayers were answered, and so were mine, because she's an amazing woman. And then just the experience overall in Thailand. I mean, Thailand was an incredible host. I will put them top tier in terms of their hospitality and just their presentation of their cultural heritage. Those are notes that I really took away, and I would like to implement in different ways in Namibia as well.
You were a formidable brand ambassador for Team Namibia. What is it that you taught them about us?
Just our vibrance and our humanness. That's one thing that I intentionally did in terms of communicating to the bloggers. I took time to ask them about them. How are they? Because they were following us a lot. So it felt like having paparazzi around us 24/7, but just connecting to people on a human level and sharing my Namibian warmth and friendliness and just my personality of being bubbly and dancing. I like to groove.
We saw those videos. We were dancing to them over here. Yeah.
So I love that.
Yes. Life has its ups and its downs. It's marked by both beauty, but also by messiness, you know, and that's what we do. We show up for all of it. What were some of the challenges that you had to navigate whilst there?
I think being present, which I wouldn't say is necessarily much of a challenge for me, because I love to be present and to connect with people, but also standing out in a group of incredible women, of 120 women from all over the world. It took a lot for me to get out there and to be seen. You need to intentionally stand in front of the cameras. You need to put yourself first to be able to be noticed, especially as a woman coming from Africa and a small, as they say, country like Namibia that's not necessarily recognized in the pageant space. So I had to make those connections and play on my strengths to be noticed by the pageant bloggers as well. So that was like a race every single day.
In order for you to show up in the manner that you consistently do, how do you refill your cup?
Oh, I protect my energy. I protect my mental health in every sense of it all. On social media, my social media is very filtered. It always has been, intentionally so. And even my WhatsApp, I'm sorry to the people watching right now, but my WhatsApp is still backed up with a lot of messages, because I always have understood for myself that not everybody has access to me and not everybody needs immediate access to me, regardless of who I am or what stage I'm in my life. I think it's very important that we understand that we're in a world of too much access to each other, and one needs to control that for yourself. So I always prioritize my mental health, and I'm a gospel girly. I wake up every single morning listening to gospel or the word of the Lord. It brings me into great spirits. It just makes me so optimistic for the day. I'm effectively positive.
Yes. Which is your most favorite praise and worship song?
Ooh, I can't even choose right now, but like there's one Nama song I will attempt to sing, sorry.
Yes.
But the words are Kova Ambatereng Homidita Amsa. It's open up the heavens gates, if you may say, but I interpret it in different ways. It's usually played when someone passes, but I interpret it in different ways because every single day God opens up the doors for us to live and to just enjoy the day with new horizons and new beginnings every single day.
Thank you for sharing that.
Oh.
You scooped the Fan Award. Speak to us about that milestone.
I think it's really just a representation of my personality shining through because as I mentioned, it's definitely difficult to stand out in a country where women train for years to take part in these pageants. Technically trained, I must say, and a lot of countries are known for that. And I know of contestants that traveled months or weeks ahead of time to Thailand to prepare themselves. And as a Namibian pageant queen, I'm not afforded the same privileges because of circumstances. But my fan votes, it came from me just being me and me being relatable to anyone that speaks any language. And I've always prided myself in my relatability aspect and being the girl next door because that's who I am.
Yes, yes. And that's how we love you. Speak to us about what did go into your preparation, notwithstanding the limitations and the constraints that did exist.
Well, I did prepare in terms of my walk. That's something I extensively worked on with Ems from Ems Runway, who happens to be my aunt. She was really my inspiration into even getting into this industry, especially with modeling. So we worked tirelessly. She works an 8 to 5. Immediately when she knocks off, I'm there at her office and we'd walk in the parking lot.
Yes.
The security guards would always say, like, we see you on the cameras, but they saw the bigger vision.
Yeah.
So anytime I had an opportunity to train my walk, I did. And I trained my speaking from the point before I entered Miss Namibia. I never stopped. I worked with Harrison very closely, as well as with Sadal, who is an incredible pageant coach. Sadal held my hand throughout everything, and especially with the wardrobe preparation. That's one of the biggest chunks of being a pageant queen, being presentable, and also being very strategic in the way that I dress in terms of representing. Like what I wore for my interviews is a College of the Arts student designer. I wore that to my final interview at Miss Universe, and it meant a lot. It's an outfit that spoke volumes, and each judge had a question about it. And that's really what I wanted to do, share Namibian creatives, share Namibian art, and how we represent in the world.
How has this international experience and exposure shaped what you believe will be your next steps?
It's been so fulfilling
in
so many different ways. It grew my confidence in different heights that I can't even explain. And I've understood that I'm capable of anything and I'm capable of connecting with anyone. And moving forward, I've grown so closely with my pageant sisters, and I have access to so many countries now, and we have talks about expanding our projects, them into Namibia and me into their countries. So those are things that I'm looking forward to, especially with the Nkabo initiative, which is implementable anywhere across the world. Dreams are valid everywhere and should be supported everywhere. So I'm excited for what the future holds.
How does one deal with criticism?
I think for myself, it's something that I don't internalize because I know who I am. I understand who I am, including my flaws. I've always made it a point to understand myself. And I do that through journaling a lot. I reflect a lot, and especially with my social work background, I must say that has helped me in understanding human nature. And before stepping into the public space, I prepared myself for this. I'm an acquired taste, and I prefer it that way.
Yes.
Not everyone will love me. I don't want to be loved by everyone. Yes. Honestly, it's overwhelming. Yeah. But understanding who I am makes me very confident, and it does not allow anyone to take away anything from me. So criticism is none of my business. Absolutely. What you think about me is none of my business. That's how I always approach it. But it's also not a warrant for people to break others down. It never is, because not everybody has my approach or has built up the courage and the resilience that I have. So that does not warrant anyone to just tear people down because you don't relate or you don't understand.
For young people, especially young women tuned in at the moment, who may have lost hope after an intense year, what words of encouragement do you have for them who think that their dreams are no longer valid, that they no longer matter, that they've been torn down by others in such a way that they don't know where the next step, where the next breath will come from?
You have just become stronger. You have just built resilience beyond your imagination. whatever has happened this year has happened. It's done. I have had so many years of struggle myself. I mean, even in this year, there were the ups, there were the downs as well. So knowing and understanding that life is full of ups and downs, and especially the downs, they build resilience, they build strength. So take time to reflect on it. What are the lessons that you have learned? Take it in that way and then apply it next year. Plan for the year. What are you most looking forward to? What are the ways that you want to change in your character? Don't try to change the world around you because you'll never have full control over that. Change you internally in terms of your perspective, in terms of how you internalize what other people say. And know that when you share your dreams and vulnerabilities with other people, you put yourself out there for criticism. Just know that it will always happen, and it will happen from those that are closest to you. So before you decide to share anything that's very close to your heart, understand why you want it. When you understand your why, nothing can stop you from achieving what you want.
Any final thoughts before we say goodbye to you?
Dream, habo, habo, habo. Dream big, dream bold, and know that that comes with a lot of resilience, it comes with a lot of responsibility, and it comes with a lot of breakthroughs. And know that your community around you will form itself to build towards your dreams. So don't be shy to dream.
Thank you so much for dreaming, and thank you for leading the way. Thank you for being such an astounding and outstanding representative of the land of the brave. We love and appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Denver.
Yeah.